Testing. All right. Um, I know there's some people here that don't care for this kind of video whatsoever. And honestly, this I used to do much more of this kind of thing back in the day, and I try to be aware of it. I try to be good about it. I think some people actually, I don't know if I want to say like it, but I think some people appreciate it and they can relate when I have more of these just below the beanie kind of, therapy sessions, if you will, even if you won't. And some people won't. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. If it's not specifically about MMA, they're out. And I get it. But, this is the place. If I'm going to do it at all, this is the place to do it. And I feel like I used to make videos, I would call them like, the Mexican martial arts State of the Union address and stuff like that. And I would talk about like, hey, YouTube hates me even more this week and all my stuff's demonetized and everything's hard and I'm losing my house and this and that. And all that was true. But I know that it could be exhausting. And I know in a big sense, especially for the majority of you, you guys come to social media, you guys come to YouTube and stuff like that because you want a break. You want a relief. You want a breather. You want some entertainment. You don't want someone to put all their headaches and frustrations on and troubles on you. That's what you're trying to get away from. And now over here, you're taking more of this load on. And so I used to do that. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm done with that. I'm never doing it again. I'll never open up to you guys and talk to you if anything's difficult. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just expressing that when I would do these non-MMA types of videos in the very recent past, that's what it was. Just like, hey guys, I'm going through this. I don't know what that means for me and for the channel. It's a hard time. And something just felt crazy to me today because when I was thinking about coming in here and making a members only video today, I was starting to think about what I wanted to talk about, what was going on. And I thought, you know what? I know MMA content is important. And for the most part, I feel like that's why people ended up here in the first place, of course. But I just wanted to take the opportunity, because I used to do it all the time with negativity. I wanted to be able to come on today and just be able to talk about how thankful I am and how appreciative I am. It blows my beanie. I mean, you could go back in the membership, in the Patreon, even on the public page, unfortunately. Live streams where I was just, man, sometimes I'd get teared up. I'd get teared down. And I would just talk about how hard things were and how much I was struggling and, how I just didn't know what I was going to do. And today it was like, I just want to get on there and, maybe not talk about Ilya Tapuera being a big old phony, talk about anyone faking their eye injuries, talking about how Gaethje actually is going to be Paddy Pimblett. Like, I just wanted to express gratitude. I used to stay up just all hours of the night, just terrified at how the heck I was going to pay my electric bill, how I was going to pay for gas. And I'm sure some of you have been in the same boat before, or if you will, the same vehicle with no gas. There's been times in my life where I literally couldn't go somewhere and I had to cancel plans or whatever, even call in to work because I didn't have gas. There was times my kids need something, I couldn't get it. And I'm by no means a wealthy individual today, but my bills are paid. And I remember I used to think that at the other pad. I used to think if I could just pay my bills. I'm not a sneakerhead. I don't need to be getting new Jordans every day. I don't need to be getting watches. I can see the time on my phone. I don't need fancy watches. I don't need fancy designer clothes. I don't need fancy cars. I sold fancy cars. I sold $300,000+ cars. I sold Maybachs. I sold G-Wagons. I rode in them all the time. I got sick of them. I started to realize what's truly important. I would see these knuckleheads coming in and out of there after their year lease, trading in for another S580. And I'm like, bro, S63. And I would say, if I could just pay my bills. And I would always have that sick feeling in my stomach, like, what's going to happen? It's almost the end of the month. What's going to happen? And you know the feeling that I have now? Now I have that feeling like when you know you're going to get a toy. Your parents finally said yes. Or you finally got that bonus or whatever, and you're an adult. And whether you're going to the toy store, whether you're going to Best Buy, and you're like, I'm going to get a new TV, whatever it is. And it's like now you're finally in a better position. And now you got, what's it called? There's a phrase for it, where you got like too many options. Is it option overload? Or I don't know. Where you got so many options, it's like you don't even know what to choose now. And instead of having, it's like I have a new, of course, I have to replace it with another kind of pressure. It's like lately, the pressure and anxiety I used to feel for like, how am I going to survive? How am I going to provide for my family? Lately, it's been, and I know I'm not trying to put this on you guys because I know you're not like that. Every time it comes up, you guys are like, you're good, do whatever you want, which again, blows my beanie. I don't understand it. It's beyond comprehension. Super, super understanding and patient with me. But now the new feeling is like, what kind of content do I make? I want to be the best for these people. What format should I do? How short or long should the videos be? What could I make? How should I? Maybe I should try this new thing. And I just like, I transitioned from always being concerned and terrified about my situation to now it's a different kind of anxiety. In a way, it's a good one, where it's like I'm just super enthusiastic and excited about what could I do to just be the best now. And show these people my appreciation and just be the best I could be and make this new year better and come back, like Stella, get my full groove back and then some. I want to do things I never done before. I don't want to be like the old Kanye. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, oh, let me bring Flaco in and let me do Mexican Taekwondo. And no, I don't want to look at it like, and I'm not saying, because I bring it up to you guys all the time. In a perfect world, eventually Flaco comes back into the fold. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to be anymore like chasing the past and try to, have a comeback. What I want to do is the things I never even got to do back then. When I was doing Mexican Muay Thai, when I was doing all that stuff with Flaco, I wasn't like, this is it. We're here. No, I always wanted more. I always wanted to do better. I always wanted to do bigger and better things that were more entertaining, more funny. And I didn't get there when me and Flaco were doing it either. It's not like I need to go back in time. We still need to keep moving forward. We still need to keep doing what this thing was supposed to be in the first place. Keep reinventing things. Keep getting to new heights and checkpoints. And like I said, I just wanted to say thank you. I just wanted to express gratitude. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm literally here in front of this microphone today because of you guys. And I feel like it kind of took a confusing turn because then I started talking about how I still feel anxiety. But what I want to make sure to point out is not that long ago, it was because of like, what am I going to do? How am I going to live? How am I going to survive? How am I going to provide? And now it's like a ambitious anxiety. It's like, now I could pay my bills. Now I can breathe. Now these people are showing up. Like, I can't even explain it. If I tried to tell any of my relatives, if I tried to tell anybody I know, hey, do you know how I've been making a living? Do you know what I've been doing lately? Do you know how I'm surviving? They'd be like, what? Marilena still, like, last night was movie night. This is like the most behind the paywall you could get in this community. This is Patreon movie night. This is the fewest of the fewest of the fewest. During the movie night, I made a completely unexpected $250. I'm not supposed to make money during the Patreon, during the movie night. That's 100% chill time. We're homies. We're hanging out. You know, that's like when you tell the homie, hey, let's go. And then they're like, oh, do I got to cover gas money? And I'm like, bro, we're brothers. What you talking about, gas money? Let's go. It's just me and you. We're hanging out. This is for real. We don't have to do stuff like, there's no donations during movie night. People gave $250. And me and Marilena have combined finances. That's how we get down. And she sees everything because she's always paying our bills and stuff like that. And she was like, and I was like, we had the same face. I was like, I know. These are the people that we're dealing with. And she's like, you were watching a movie. You were sitting there watching a movie. How did $250? And I said, I know. These are the people that we're dealing with. It didn't make any sense to her. It doesn't make any sense on paper. How crazy supportive you guys have been. It sounds fake. I remember I would used to hear YouTubers back in the day. I love you guys. Love you. All that stuff. And I'd be like, this is so corny. They don't even know them. And a lot of those people are probably lying. And they're just trying to put a certain feeling out there. I don't know. But like, I always feel like people think I'm just being fake when I say this. But like, I mean, as I sit here, you know, with everything around, I'm like, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this. This wouldn't exist if it weren't for you guys. I by this point, I would have probably had to return some dude's phone call, and I'd probably be selling Chryslers right now. I'd be at another solar company. I don't know. I'd be working in this sub PG&E division thing that some solar guy was going to try to get me into. Who knows? But I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to just up and go over and chill out with family right now. I used to work on holidays. When you're selling cars and stuff, you work Thanksgiving. If you're a salesperson, maybe if you're service, you get away with it. If you're in sales, you're working at least a half day Christmas. You're working. That's when the deals are. My purpose in making this video was to let you guys know that I move around every day now with gratitude, with appreciation, with thankfulness that I didn't have before. I was bitter. I was depressed. I was terrified. And you community just rallied behind me and this channel as a whole, and my life is absolutely different now. You guys have been the biggest blessing to me. And just every moment, I mean, I was driving home from the chiropractor today, thinking about what I was going to put on the thumbnail for my Gaethje and Pimblett video, and, you know, the title, and how I was going to format, how I was going to start it, and, you know, how I was going to transition from moment to moment. Like, I'm just excited. I'm just excited. I remember back in the day, I'd be driving, I'd be like, what can I sell? What can I put on eBay? I need to have a yard sale, you know? And now it's like, I get to live this dream. And I got to remember that. I got people actively, willingly, consistently investing in me. I like the way ARJR put it. It's not just like, here, we feel sorry for you, here. It's investing in this. And I'm always super aware of that and just wanting to give back in the most silly, entertaining ways that I can. This video ended up being a little bit longer than I thought it would be. And again, I know this is going to be a snooze fest for some people. And I know I was a little bit all over the place, but I know there's a core of people out there that will appreciate this. And this is really for you guys. And I'm thinking of a lot of your names off my beanie right now. And you know who you are. I feel like we've gone like a big chunk of years where you just saw me at my worst. And I had no problem sharing that with you. And I just believe it's important that when I'm out of that place, that I then come on and say, you know what? I'm going to tell you, I told you when I was down and depressed and terrified. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm excited. I'm in a better place now. I'm not good at saying stuff like this. I ever since I was a little kid, I tended to be a little bit of a Scrooge, and it's easy for me to talk about stuff when I'm feeling negative, but I need to do better at saying positive things. And it feels weird to be optimistic. I'm not used to it anymore. I spent a good stretch of years lately just going through it, and it feels different. Feels new. And I just want to say thank you guys for bringing me to this place. I'm trying to hold back emotion because I got to go be around family right now, and I don't want to be like that. So I hope the right sentiments came across in this video, and you guys know what you mean to me. Please just, I cannot say it enough, just have it embedded to your minds that I'm fully aware that I would not be here without you. I tried to build this by myself, and I couldn't. This community has just absolutely turned my life around. And even when you don't see me on here, I think about you guys, and I'm thankful for you. Every time I fill my propane tank or get some gas, and I don't have to call Marilena and ask if there's enough on the card, I think about you guys. Thank you for supporting what I do, and I promise I'm going to keep trying to make it even better and better. You guys enjoy your Christmases, whether it's with a ton of people or you're enjoying some alone time and some space. Make the most of it. Be safe. Relax. Take it easy. Have some laughs. And I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you.